Alright, what's up, YouTube? We're gonna do one of these today. I wasn't even going to. I thought about it a couple times. I got about a quarter of the way through this video, and I was like, oh, this might be good. I might have something to say about this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And it's a year old. So, for all I know, it's irrelevant at this point. I don't know. I'm not following this drama, this line of drama, per se. But I do kind of have some things to say about what's being said here. So we're gonna watch this. It's Asmongold reacting to LinusTechTips, or LinusTechTips TheWanShow. Yeah, so we're just gonna watch it. We're gonna let it roll. And there's gonna be some things that I have to say because I feel like it. I mean, that's just the way that is. I don't know what else to say. I'm beginning my journey to try and start creating content. I don't necessarily want to jump on this bandwagon of reaction videos, but practice and stuff, you know what I mean? So, and this is something that as I was watching it, I felt kind of passionate about, so we're gonna do it. Let's go without any further ado. And we might not even watch the whole thing, because like I said, this is more about me getting some practice in, you know, getting used to talking to the camera, talking to you all, and yeah. But let's go ahead and let's get
now
into
the last thing that I want to talk about here is the situation with LinusTechTips.
Online websites and creators are supported by ads. I thought that was pretty common knowledge, question mark. Ad blocking is the exact same thing as piracy. Literally the exact same thing. People will still do it, and I've been guilty of it at times, but we just need to be aware of the impact. That was what I said.
That's what he said.
Now tell me, Luke, please tell me, how spicy is that take? Give it to me out of ghost peppers. How many ghost peppers?
I mean, if I
like 3.
read it, I would not have cared at all.
Okay, but no, people are super mad. Help me out here.
I would not have been able to expect this reaction at all. I'm genuinely very surprised by it because most people that I know just wouldn't care. If that makes sense.
Okay.
They'd be like, yeah.
But I made
whatever.
it. But I made it worse.
Exactly.
Okay. I did post some follow-up tweets on the subject.
Oh,
Okay, this is good. Digging himself
Kara
into a
was
bigger hole.
replying
Okay.
Okay. So here's where things get kind of
Here's the
spicy.
angry voice.
Conflating blocking ads with piracy is silly. Why not encourage everyone to block ads, but buy some merch? At least your merch segues are amusing and the desk pads are awesome. To which I replied, why not encourage everyone to torrent Stranger Things rather than subscribing to Netflix and then buy a Stranger Things themed Lego set and t-shirt? I said, you see now, it's literally the exact same thing. The payment for the content in this case is ads.
See, the best thing about that is that most people probably do that. They didn't pay for the show, but they liked the show, so they went to Target and there was a shirt about the show, and so they bought the shirt. Like, that seems...
Alright, we're gonna skip through that. Alright, so we know the premise of what's going on. They're talking about ad blockers being piracy. Apparently, Linus said this about a year ago, and everybody went ape shit about it. Alright? So, yeah. So here's the debate. Is it illegal?
Shall I begin bringing up the atrocious takes that I would like to publicly annihilate?
I want to. When you're saying piracy,
sure.
Would you back this up in a legal sense?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Bam.
I think that's
all right. Before we go any further, all right. And for all I know, all of this has been beat to death, and I don't care. Like I said, this is my video that I'm doing for practice mostly, honestly. It's a year old, so yeah. Say what you want in the comments if anybody does. I mean, I'm not trying to argue this any further at this point. But unless you say some really dumb shit, then let's talk about it. But He's saying it right here. He's being asked if he would pursue this in a legal sense, and his answer is no. Okay? Okay? Just keep that in mind. We're talking about piracy. Piracy. Okay? The words that we use matter. Is kind of what I'm getting at here.
Thing that people
That's
are having
true.
problems with.
Sure, but when I say piracy, I mean yar.
Yeah.
Cool.
I get it.
I mean,
it's
Which is,
cool.
I think, one of the
I
reasons
understand.
why when I
fiddle-dee-dee.
So he means a pirate. So either he feels like his content is out there on the open seas and it's getting fucking just ransacked by dudes with hooks on their hands and for hooks for hands. I don't understand. We're talking about digital content, right? So what do you mean R? What do you mean by that?
Like,
I was literally
It's a
singing
dumb.
that
It's a dumb annihilation. I kind of understand what he's saying.
What
but
he's
it's dumb.
saying is that
And it's
no,
dumb.
here's what
It's dumb because his whole argument is dumb. Okay, I and believe me, as somebody who is just coming out and starting to make content themselves. I mean, I haven't made any money, obviously. But I understand the implications and I get where he's coming from. And I even sympathize, empathize, whatever you want to call it, with his position. Just can't stand by the misuse of words. It's part of the problem that we have, not only in this country, but on this planet. Miscommunication, not understanding. People speaking out of pocket. This is what causes issues, right?
what he's saying. He's saying that it is piracy in the essence of what piracy is, but it is not piracy in the essence of the law, in the letter of the law. Does that make sense?
So then,
So we'll talk about that.
I think other people aren't interpreting it necessarily the same way.
Okay.
Then I think people are like, "Oh, you're saying I'm like breaking the law." Blah, blah. And it's like, okay, no, you can control what your browser does.
No, that's not true. That's not why they're mad. Because if that's why they're mad, then people wouldn't have got mad at Bad Bunny whenever she said the same thing about the Twitch streamers not subscribing. That's not true. That's not why they're mad. It has nothing to do with the legal thing, and there's already been other cases of similar controversies that did not have to do with the legal thing that people still got mad about.
It's about the
So
implication
yeah, that's
of
not
greed.
true. Who?
It's about the
Bad
implication.
Bunny. She was.
It's about the implication of greed. I like Linus. I love LinusTechTips. I love their content, and they should get all the monies that they can. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not even saying that they're greedy. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to throw shade out on creators that I like. You understand? Like, I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody that doesn't necessarily need it. But I do, and maybe it's because I do like this guy. I respect this guy. I respect the things that he says. So when you're saying something so stupid when I know you're intelligent, it pisses me off. Because you are perpetuating that stupidity onto others. And those other people may not be as intelligent as you. They probably aren't. So where the miscommunication comes in, you're still intelligent. But you've made that dumb person even dumber. Because they're not fully tracking or able to read between the lines and understand where you're actually coming from. Like, I'm not saying that in this situation, but in general, if we just allow people to just fucking use words incorrectly and then argue about why their point is valid while admitting that they're using the incorrect word at the same time, like, that is insane to me.
I don't know if she still streams.
That is insane.
She made a. Let me just. I guess we'll pull it up for now, right?
Okay,
Okay.
just skip that.
Best and dangerous at worst.
Oh,
If ad blocking were illegal, you would have companies launching lawsuits.
Oh, well, I mean, this is only an argument right here. I mean, this is only an argument against him saying that it's not, he's saying that it's legal.
I never said that it was illegal. I said it's piracy. Not everything that's piracy is necessarily, strictly speaking, illegal.
That's true.
Okay. You sure about that? Or is that just something that you're spitting out to kind of help your point of view here, to validate yourself? Because I looked up piracy. We have the ability to do this kind of thing nowadays. And I looked it up in multiple locations. See, online internet piracy definition. We'll start with that because we're talking about internet content, right? Online piracy or software piracy is the practice of downloading and distributing copyrighted works digitally without permission, such as music or software. The principle behind piracy has predated the creation of the internet, but its online popularity arose alongside the internet. Despite its explicit illegality in many developed countries, online piracy is still widely practiced. Due to both the ease with which it can be done, the often defensible ethics behind it, and access to files that would normally cost money. Some of the most pirated software includes Adobe software and Microsoft Office. Now, by that definition, piracy only means illegal, right? Now they do say that there are places where piracy isn't illegal. But by the definition of what piracy is, it's an illegal action by most. You know what I'm saying? Right? These places where it isn't illegal, they're the ones practicing piracy. They're the ones committing the crimes, right? Alright. So, point further. You pirate Microsoft Office or you pirate Adobe software, that's illegal, right? Okay. He's saying that piracy doesn't necessarily mean illegal. Okay, let's look. Let's look. Piracy definition. The basic one, the practice of attacking and robbing ships at sea. Obviously. Whew. Webster, let's look at the Merriam-Webster. An act of robbery on the high seas. An act resembling such robbery. Robbery on the high seas. The unauthorized use of another's production, invention, or conception, especially in infringement of a copyright. The illicit accessing of broadcast signals. Okay. It's on YouTube, so it's free to access. There is an option to pay for a premium, but it's free to access to anybody with internet, right? Therefore, the content within is free to access to anybody with with an internet connection, right? So there's no infringement of the copyright if it's put up by the creator to be consumed on this free platform, right? The creator takes on the assumption that, or the hopes that they may be able to derive some monies from that content, but it's not guaranteed. They're not creating this under contract to be paid. They're creating this because they want to create it, and then hopefully their efforts return them some money, right?
Also, here's another really good take.
Like watching
No.
my stream right now. If you're watching my stream right now and you're not subscribed, you're stealing from me.
Yeah, that's what
right.
he's saying.
Nobody here is
That is
subbed.
what he's saying.
We've got 14,000 thieves in the chat.
On Netflix,
Okay.
you have a video, right, to watch. Do we all follow along here? You with me so
wait,
far?
wait, wait,
There's a
whoa,
video.
whoa, wait a second. Wait a second, hold up a minute. Hold up a minute, whoa, a video.
Got you.
Okay, what's the deal? How do you get the video?
You pay.
You pay for a subscription to Netflix.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what if you, for whatever reason, do not wish to pay, but you still wish to consume the video? What is that?
Piracy.
Okay.
It's
okay,
not.
Okay.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Hold on. Let me go back and let me make sure. And I'm about to explain why it's not.
Do we all follow along here? You with me so
wait,
far?
wait,
There's a video.
whoa, wait a second.
What's the deal? How do you get the video?
You pay.
You pay for a subscription to Netflix.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What if you, for whatever reason, do not wish to pay, but you still wish to consume the video? What is that?
Piracy.
Okay.
No,
okay.
no, it's not. No, it's not. Words matter. You just said that that this individual hypothetically doesn't want to pay, but wants to consume the product. Didn't say that they did consume the product, wants to consume the product. They didn't commit any crime by wanting to do something that they're supposed to pay for. I want to own $1 million house. Does that mean I'm committing a crime? Because I definitely don't have $1 million. And I definitely ain't paying $1 million for a house. But I would love to have $1 million house.
Okay. Here.
Well, okay.
Hold on. Stick with me.
You would have to
Right.
actually do the thing.
Okay.
It's
There
a
you
strict
go.
paywall.
On YouTube, what do we have?
I actually don't think it's as bad of an argument as you
It's
think
a
it is.
stupid ass argument.
A lot of people in
we're
chat,
gonna
I can
continue
see
to
why
point it
everybody
out,
is
and we're
saying
gonna
it's a
poke
bad
holes in it,
argument,
because
but
I know what you're
don't
saying.
think that it actually is a bad argument. And I'll explain.
And let me get this out there before we go any further, okay? The issue that they're bringing up is, as consumers of their content, we should, as a community, want to help support them so that they can continue to bring the content, yada yada yada. I understand that, and I think most of the viewers understand that, ultimately. What I think the ultimate issue is here is he's using the word piracy. He's alienating people, his own fans, his own viewers, and labeling them as thieves. They're not stealing anything. The content is free. Okay? Content is free. Period. Ad revenue is something that YouTube implemented. So, A, they could incentivize creators and stop running in a negative. Because apparently, according to this video, for a long time, they were running in the negatives, operating in the negatives. Okay? That's what they and then they have premium options and all that you can pay for, but ultimately all of the content on YouTube is free access. It's not free use, like you can just use it and put it out there for other people to consume as if it's something that you produce. You can't do that, we know, even though there are some gray lines on this. I mean, hell, I'm using this, but I'm actively changing this content by stopping it, putting my 2 cents in, and we're not going to be watching the whole 29 minutes worth of this video. I just want to get to some points because I'm sure at some point it's just going to be beating a dead horse anyway, and this is probably a horse that has been beat to shit. It was a year ago.
Explain why in like after he gets done making this point.
Yeah, video.
Okay, we got a video.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the deal to watch the video?
You gotta watch an ad.
Okay, but if you want to watch the video and you don't want the ad, this is something else.
Well, again, there has to be an action, but piracy.
No, they're totally different, Luke.
Self-liberation.
Because, Francesco,
Free sailors.
I'm gonna have to disagree. The content itself is freely available. The way internet works, I could just print the raw stream on paper.
Nice.
Ads are more like, if you were so kind, please watch this. You could print the stream on paper,
I don't know what the
raw.
fuck that means.
I like it.
Do you understand what they mean by this? Because I actually have no idea.
There's actually a few different interpretations, I
And
guess.
Francesco actually goes on to completely understand the issue, which is really confusing to me. Taking your example of the Cirque du Soleil ticket, that is a transaction. To watch the show, you have to have a ticket. Well, not if you sneak in. That was my point.
Okay.
Freely available content, as the name suggests,
Okay.
is free. Ads
Oh,
are
wait a
fundamental
minute.
to sustain it, but they are not a given.
So, do you remember what I always say about
Exactly.
free shit? If you ain't paying for a product, you are the product.
That's fine and
And
dandy. though.
you being the product is you watching the ad.
And that's fine.
Like,
that's fine. That is fine. That's the way the system is worked out and all that. But by definitions and legal definitions, using an ad blocker does not make you a pirate. You are not pirating that content. That content was made available to you for free. Just because the creator is hoping, and that's another problem, right? Hoping to make money off of those ads, because that's what he's upset. That's what they're upset about. They're losing money off of missed ad revenue, right? And I totally get it. I understand, and you should be upset about that. It's money out of your pocket. I understand. Use better terminology, though, because you are alienating your own fans. You're calling them thieves, dishonest, liars, when you're saying that they're pirating. When all they are doing are using the legal tools at their disposal to make their lives easier. You as a creator, I don't know how many, me as a creator or an aspiring creator has watched time and time again these other creators swear up and down, if you are getting in this to make money, stop now. That's what every single one of them says. Every single one of them. If I went back and I looked through all of Linus's videos, I'm sure at least one time, if he's ever talked about the subject even briefly, that he said the same exact thing. If you're in it for the money, get out now, right? Well, maybe practice what you preach, bud. Because all you're showing anybody right now with making this argument, because it's a pointless fucking argument. Everybody knows you're making buku bucks, bro. And it's not just off of YouTube. Your business is booming. YouTube and your business have meshed together, and you all have grown over the years, and you should be immensely proud of it. You're badass. Linus, you are badass. I'm a huge fan. You are probably going to be the reason that I have a PC, but you are going to be the reason why I wind up building my own PC. Almost guarantee. I want to do that. I'm afraid to do it, but I want to do it, and you're going to help me do it. But you're coming off greedy with this, is all I'm saying. That's where the uproar is coming from. At least that's what I'm taking from. That's what I'm taking from it. I understand 1,000%, but I feel like whatever uproar was going on about this a year ago would have been completely negated if you had just stopped using the damn word piracy. I don't know what else you should use, and I think, like, we're not going to go into it. This is just my thing. We're going to keep this as my thing, my take. So we're not going to watch the whole video, like I said. I think Osmond, or
That's basically that's
somebody goes into saying, "Oh, what if you change the word or whatever?" But at this point, like he is just driven his point home so fucking hard. Like, I can only imagine, like, if I was younger And if I wasn't paying for premium and I did use an ad blocker and I had been watching him for years, and I can only imagine how that statement might have made me feel if I had heard it come from him, because he's straight up calling me a thief. Meanwhile, I'm over in his merch store buying things and maybe sharing videos or whatever on social media or whatever, doing my part as just a fan, actually helping him grow or whatever. And then you're going to call me a thief? I don't feel that way at all, by the way. I'm just saying, like, that's where people, because I don't think I don't even think that, like, that's what he's really trying to say about his fans. I don't think that's what he's trying to say. Stop using the word piracy. That's because that word has a meaning, and you used it loosely, and now you're trying to defend that, and you shouldn't. You should just let it go. All you have to say is, I didn't mean piracy. All right. I understand everybody takes offense to that because it is an illegal act, yada yada, whatever. And I bet you things would have gone way differently. That's all I'm saying. Like, whole reason why I wound up recording this is because I was talking to myself through this, and I've pretty much covered the things that I had said. So we'll watch a little bit more, and then I think I'm just going to call it because it's already at 26 minutes. I think that's good for one video, for my second technically video. Well, technically probably third video on YouTube, but I think I took one down because it was dumb. Anyway, second video for YouTube. Yeah. More about practice and just getting used to things. I don't expect really for anybody to watch this, but anyway, thank you to Linus and TheWanShow and Asmongold for creating some content for me to create some content on. Appreciate you guys. I watch y'all all the fucking time, literally.
My general
but yeah,
that's my general opinion on this. So I don't think this is entirely true. He's just flat wrong. I have a million examples. Leon, I'll read a couple of your examples, but let me first get through this, okay?
It's not a tip. You're not like tipping your server by watching an ad. That's not how that works.
Okay.
It's actually
holy
the
shit.
deal.
There's a lot of these.
That's the deal.
Jesus.
So maybe part of the problem is that most people don't have the context of what it takes to run a video hosting platform. Of the people in this room, half of them do. So why don't you talk about that a little bit? Is hosting I don't know how much.
He's getting into things that are irrelevant. The consumers didn't make YouTube go and create YouTube. That's on YouTube. Okay? That's on YouTube to figure out. They created a free platform, and that's what it is. You can't blame people for utilizing what they are given to utilize. That's ridiculous. You can't do that. If it was illegal, if ad blockers were illegal, and people were still using it, like, yeah, right on. But they're not. As far as I know, it's not illegal.
It costs.
Oh,
I actually don't.
It's expensive.
Is hosting? I wanted to ask the question.
Get owned.
I wanted to.
I'm
ask.
a real asshole if it is illegal.
Sorry. Yeah, no, it's really expensive. It's genuinely really expensive. That's one of the reasons why, like, we figured out that Twitch runs at a loss, and we've known for eversies that YouTube runs at a loss. There's other gains from
YouTube actually, as far as I know, as of last year, no longer runs at a loss. I could be wrong about this.
So YouTube as of, what, 2020, 2021, somewhere around there? It's 2023, so this was 2022. So last year, yeah, 2021, they stopped. Yeah.
But I remember looking this up on stream, and I remember every fucking time that I am wrong on stream, because if I ever do forget it, my chat never will. So, yeah, I remember looking it up on stream because I said the same thing that he said, and my chat was like, no, you're wrong, and I'm like, no, I'm right, and then I looked it up, and it turns out that wasn't true. It was true in the past where YouTube operated at a loss, but recently YouTube no longer operates at a loss to the best of my knowledge.
Obvious Lobster on Floatplane says, exactly. It's not piracy to ignore an ad that is served to me. You're right.
Yeah, you just ignore it.
You just ignore it. But here's the thing. So you have actually participated in the transaction at that point.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about ignoring it.
All right, so here's the deal, though. Here's what I gotta say about that, because we're beating the same dead horse, but he's trying to find any kind of safe ground, whatever you want to call it. He's trying to find any, and right now he's trying to claim that ignoring the ad is fine, and it is. But if I have a tool that allows me to block that ad. Now, me, personally, even if I wasn't, like, working towards or trying to create content myself, would I get an ad blocker? Probably not, because I worked in the service industry as a waiter and stuff. I understand that they make their money, some of their money comes off of that. Doesn't mean that I would necessarily watch the ads. I hate ads. They're inherently evil, in my opinion. But they do have a purpose in society, the way we have things. Whatever. You know, I'm not here to change the fucking wheel. I wish I could. I'm not here to do that. But I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let them talk.
Actually getting served.
Because I lost where I was going.
Yeah, because if you... So here's the thing, right? Is that like over half of my audience, and I think over half of most people's audience, has ad block on. If you have ad block and you don't see the ad, the content creator doesn't get paid for the ad.
Right.
If you don't have ad block on, or for whatever reason the ad goes through and you don't watch the ad, the content creator still gets paid for the ad.
Right.
So he's not talking about not looking at the ad.
No.
He's talking about blocking the ad so the payment does not occur.
Right.
It's a completely different thing. This is the dumbest thing I've read today. Blocking ads is not piracy. I don't want to pay, so I won't pay. I didn't say that you like ads. Like, if you feel guilty about it, because you don't like the word piracy, or you don't like...
people don't feel guilty about it because... Let me finish.
Like the idea that you are not paying for something, for some good or some service that you are taking, well, then you have your own soul searching to do, right?
Okay, all right. Now it's time for me to talk about this. I've listened to what he was saying. I wanted to get a little bit more of his insight on it. Now it's time for me to talk about this. Okay, so I think people are getting caught up on the word piracy.
They are, and they should.
Piracy.
Okay, before he goes any further, all right. Words matter. Okay? If nothing else out of this video, if you hate everything that I've created here in this 30+ minute video, I don't know, I'll look at it, edit it, it might be shorter, whatever. If you don't get anything out of this, hopefully some of y'all are watching it. I really hope I'm not wasting my time. But it's early in my creation career, so who the frick knows? And it doesn't matter. To anybody that is watching this, words matter, okay? They do. I understand we live in a society now where, you know, pop artists or rappers, rock artists, whoever, just celebrities, even if they're not celebrities, words, terms get just completely annihilated and turned into something that they're not overnight, and then everybody's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what this word means now. No, you know what? I'm not even trying to stop y'all from doing it. You know, do what you do. But if you're going to start calling people fucking thieves and shit because you're misusing words, then be prepared for backlash, is all I'm saying. Because he is misusing this word. Plain and simple, point and blank. Like, I gave, I believe, 3 fucking definitions from 3 different sources. Okay? And you can look up your own. I looked up more. I just verbalized only 3. I looked up at least 5 or 6 different freaking sites, different sources. And I did it to find different, because a lot of them, you know, have similar phrasing and crap. I did it to find the definitions that are written differently, just to see if there's some kind of way that this could be interpreted in the way that he's trying to make it. He's trying to make the word less offensive than what it is. And to someone who isn't a thief, being told that you're committing piracy is offensive. It's not piracy. It is circumventing ads that are placed there by a platform, but there's no agreement between creator, platform, or consumer that there is supposed to be any type of monetary transaction, right? There's no agreement in that anywhere. It's mutually understood by all parties that that's what ads do. But nobody ever said, in fact, I'm pretty sure actually it was fought against having ads introduced into such things. So it's not piracy. It may be shitty for a creator. And maybe someday ad blockers will be made illegal. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, even as an aspiring creator. Because the bottom line is, at the end of the day, if you're doing what you're supposed to do as a creator, you're not going to feel that too much. As a smaller creator, you probably. But someone like Linus, he's not feeling that very much. He thinks he is, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know what his motive behind this is completely. Maybe it's just a point that he wanted to make. Maybe he doesn't actually care. And that's totally fair. But let's just continue on.
To unethical consumption. Would you agree with what he's saying? That by participating and having ad block, you are engaging in unethical consumption of YouTube content?
See, it's not.
It's like 50-50.
It's not
I think it's about
unethical.
50-50. Sure. Let's.
It's not. How can it be unethical? There's nothing illegal about ad blockers, as far as I know. You know what? Before I continue to fucking say that, let me make sure that ad blocking isn't illegal. There are some things you can't do. All right. This will safeguard employment and encourage new job creation. In short, you're free to block ads, but interfering with the publisher's right to serve or restrict access to copyrighted content in a manner they approve of, access control is illegal. Okay? So blocking ads is not illegal at all by this. As long as access to the content is done in an approved manner, right? So you go on YouTube without a premium account, you're going to get ads. If you legally use or download or whatever an ad blocker, all it's doing is not changing how you've accessed the content. It's not the way you access the content is the way it was intended to be accessed, through YouTube, on YouTube, through their algorithm, their IP, whatever, right? Or Twitch or whatever. So using an ad blocker is not changing how you accessed it. It's changing what you see while you access it. It's not changing how you access it. So it's not illegal. Therefore, ad blocking is not illegal. So I'm not putting my foot in my mouth anytime I say that.
Go ahead and hear. All right. So let's go ahead and listen to some of the arguments for why not, and let's look at them. Okay? Yeah. If I pay for something, if you pay for something, you are asked in advance, you know what the price is. The content never gives you the choice to watch 3 ads in a video, it just bombards you. Well, yeah, but you still have the choice not to watch the video if you don't want to watch the ads, right?
As
I
the
feel like he has
creator-
this mindset.
And the creator has the choice not to upload to YouTube. Right? That's the choice the creator has. You can create your content and make it strictly paid. If that's what you if that's your only intent is to make money, you can do that. If you're making content for YouTube, you've basically got a production company, right? Throw that shit on fucking disc, or make your own website. Whatever you need to do. You don't have to put it on YouTube. It costs you nothing to upload it to YouTube. Because you made the content, that costs you whatever it costs you. But these are your decisions that you're choosing. Okay? And I'm not, and I know that it may seem like I'm trying to attack Linus. I'm not. I'm speaking in general. Like, I respect Linus immensely. And I think all of this is a complete misunderstanding, just misuse of the English language, basically, is what it is. And yeah, that's all it is. It's a misunderstanding. It's a miscommunication because of the misuse of words.
The mindset that watchers are supposed to watch ads, like they're essentially required to do it. The content is free and the creator knows that. All support is optional. Okay, so let's talk about this. So this is the one way that I look at, like how do I define what is ethical and what is not ethical? That's the first building block of this conversation, is what is ethical and what is not ethical.
All right.
The way that I define unethical behavior, roughly, or at least in this circumstance and things situated like this, is if everybody did this, would the system be able to function? If every single person used ad block, would YouTube be able to function? No. I think that the answer is no. No, it would not be able to function.
All right, we're gonna stop there because we're at 42 minutes. I've pretty much gotten the point that I wanted to get. Other than I'm gonna touch on what he just said. YouTube started out in 2004, 2005, right? I'm gonna look this up real quick. And that's gonna be it for this video. Let's see, YouTube launch date. Oh shit, even earlier. Wow. Okay. Oh no. I'm a dumbass, I can't read. So it launched February 14th. 2005. Wow. Just wow. That is insane. I was in high school. That's the year I graduated high school. That was my senior year. I remember sitting at my girlfriend's house. She pulled up the laptop. She's like, hey, you gotta watch this video. It's on YouTube. And ever since that moment, YouTube has just been, it's been a part of my life. Like, it's crazy. Because back then it was all cat videos. Oh, man. That's crazy. Anyway, so it launched in 2005, right? When did YouTube implement ads? Excuse me. Alright, so they started ads in 2006. Alright. So that's not... When did YouTube implement ads to creators' content? I don't feel like that happened in 2006. Okay, so YouTube, it happened a lot earlier than I thought, but they still functioned 2 years without ads. They functioned without ads for 2 years. Does that mean that they could continue today? Probably not, no. So the point that I was trying to make, or kind of try to make, is complete shit. Because I didn't think... That's weird. My memory's shit. I don't remember ads being like that, until, like, 2010s. But that might be a whole other thing, as far as how that was implemented and stuff. I don't follow politics and crap like that. Anyway, this was actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go back and, I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of editing. Like, it's just gonna be a raw video, I think. But we'll see. I might cut out some of the rambling and whatnot. But yeah, welcome to the channel. I'm SpiderStang, and plan on making more videos. Not necessarily react videos. I mean, if this pops off, I might. But my intent is to make gameplay videos and get into maybe some fitness videos and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm doing, guys, but likes, comments, even subscriptions, I don't expect any of it, but any of it is so very appreciated if it comes. And there will be more. In fact, I'm not even going to ask you to subscribe at this point in time. But I will ask you to hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. And if you did, then, keep me in mind. Maybe you'll see me again here soon with another video of some sort. And hopefully you like that. And then more and more. And maybe I'll convince you to say, hey, I'm going to subscribe to this cat. He's pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thank you if you made it through the video and watched this far. Thank you so very much for that. Even if you don't like the video or do anything, if you made it and you watched, I appreciate you. Is there a reason for you to? I'm a nobody at the moment. But yeah, alright, I will catch y'all. I'm SpiderStang213. I do have Twitch, the YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, may get Twitter, I don't know. I'm an old guy, try to avoid these things, but I can if this is what I want to do. And I think it's what I want to do. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm getting the fuck on out of here.